Hey everybody, Larissa here from Screw the Hustle. Today I'm going to give you a really great ninja tip about how to make your proposals stand out. And it's a really simple tip. It's something called Better Proposals. Got the link below. It's an amazing software program, very affordable, but you can create different templates. And once you've got those templates ready to go, you've got it with your logo, you put your photos in there, and then all you need to do is just switch out what you're actually going to say in the proposal. But it basically creates like a miniature website that you send instead of just a regular like Word document for proposals. What do you think is going to stand out to the person that you're sending the proposal to? Your like custom made website focused on them, or Joe Blow with like, oh, here's my Word doc with my proposal, right? You want to show them that I'm professional, I'm in control, I know what I'm doing, and this is why you need to hire me. So I'm going to walk you through real quick proposal. For example, here's my logo. In this case, the first page, I always include photos. The more photos you can include, the better, because people are visual. In my case, this is a wedding proposal, so I've got lots of material. I'm showing the diversity of my weddings and the breadth of my experience. Talk about yourself. This is where you can, talk about your experience, any awards you've won. Basically, like, you've got to blow your own horn because you're trying to get them to hire you and say yes. So this is where you put that information. Next, the next page is where you want to start bringing out the stats on whatever it is that you're proposing. So in this case, I was proposing to work for a hotel for destination weddings and honeymoons. So I had to show them I know my stuff. So I started giving them all the stats about how big a business it is. How many of North Americans opt for a destination wedding, and all that kind of information. The research, the stats, percentages. So that's really eye-opening information. That shows I know my stuff. I've done the research. My finger's on the pulse. I'm the person that you need to talk to and have working for you. The next one is I'm talking about the customer, right? Like, who are they trying to attract? In this case, it's millennials. It's a whole different ballgame than working with Generation X. So I'm, again, proving my knowledge, my expertise, and the fact that I know the market. Like, I know exactly what I'm talking about better than anybody else that they're talking to. Then, after I've laid that groundwork about who I am and what I know, then I bring forth the proposal. So what am I going to do for you? And in this case, I had different phases. I laid it out very clearly. You put prices in here, obviously, but here's my other tip for you. Have 3 options. Like option 1 is kind of the bare bones. Option 2 is usually what you want them to go for. Like, that's what you really have in mind. So it's bare bones, but pumped up. And then throw in an option C, like the full meal deal. Like, in a perfect world, this is, go for the top, right? Like, this is like the top amount. Put all 3 of those options on there. You'd never know. Maybe they will go for like the full meal deal. But having those options, what happens, as opposed to just having the one option, is you have now effectively eliminated the need for negotiations. The old tap dance about, oh, well, we were thinking of paying X. Can you blah, 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 blah. And by having right out of the gate those 3 options at 3 different price points, outlining very clearly what is included in each one of those options, there is none of that need. Because you're like, oh, well, if you want to pay X, you can go with this option, which is going to include this, but it won't include that. You see how easy that works? Again, this is also going to cement that you are the expert. You are the professional. You've already thought this out. You're the one taking control. You're the one taking the reins and leading them. All right? Very important to do that. And if you can start doing that, like giving them the 3 options, you're going to see that your closure rate is going to go much higher. Finally, very important, the last page is your thank you and outlining what the next steps are. Most people will just say, oh, thanks. Looking forward to hearing from you, and they leave it at that. No, people want to be led. People want to know that you're in control. So what you want to do is to say, okay, here's the next steps. If you'd like to move forward, let me know by X date. And again, you want to be showing them that this proposal is only good for a limited amount of time. I will then send you the contract. I'll need a deposit by X, and then here's my schedule to set up a time so we can go through the first whatever, and then just outline what is going to happen in the next couple of, like, say, the next 2 weeks or the next month, so that they feel, oh, okay, like there's none of this wishy-washiness. I know exactly what to expect. And again, you're reinforcing that you are in control. You know what you're doing, so that they can sit back and relax because you've got it handled. By doing this, you're going to increase your closure rate. And by using, like, since I've been using this program, Better Proposals, I've seen my closure rate increase 30% just by doing this, because nobody else in my industry is using it. So of course it stands out. Now, ninja tip number 2, get Loom. Loom is a free little program that lives in your browser on Chrome. After I've sent the proposal off to the client, which you can customize the email automatically through Better Proposals, I then walk them through. I do a screen recording of all the pages of the proposal, and I walk them through, especially the proposal part, and I start giving them more information and more in depth. And what was I thinking? What did I mean? Because by doing this, you're able to get much more information out there than just what is on the piece of paper, right? Second of all, it is showing that you are going above and beyond to really make the customer service experience exceptional. It's showing that you are in a really great command of software, of the latest technology, and you're not afraid to use it. And also, it's showing that, this is the type of thoroughness that you can expect by working with me. And again, this is like a little ninja trick. It takes maybe an extra 10 minutes, and then I just send that link off to them, and people go nuts. Like, pretty much every time I've done this, like since I started using the Loom, I would say that I closed 7 out of 10 proposals. So there you have it. Better Proposals, linked with Loom, killer combination. Go out there and let's get you fully booked. Links are down below. Don't forget, subscribe and get all of my latest tips on how you can screw the hustle.